Hey, happy Friday. This is Derek Demore with Futures Demore and Futures Networks Live. We're here to go over opening bell and see how we did yesterday and kind of do some end of day predictions and maybe see what's going to happen next week. I know it's been a rough week for the market, so we want to kind of, take things into consideration and get us prepared for positive points, not only this morning, but going forward. It's been a really good week. So when we got the back-tested data, it was for a long, but one that stops out in both directions. So I thought with that information, I would do some DCA's. I'll talk about where my limit orders were based on looking left on the 1 hour chart. And then I also will kind of suggest where I wanted to get in. Now, unfortunately, the Russell took off on me, but I still wanted to go long in all three markets. On the NAS, taking it at market, I ended up losing in the Russell and losing in the NASDAQ, but I won the S&P. So at market, I was 1 for 3, which is, I think, is going to, it's about a break even. I don't know if I would have done that live. Honestly, I would have waited because this had just extended. Probably would have waited for a pullback, somewhere in the 10 to 21 day period, which is kind of what I did over here. And I'll show you this doji right here. So for what I did on the left side, I liked everything here going in. So I put a limit order right at the peak. I think it was 41, it was halfway on the candle, 41.3450. On the NAS, I did a limit order at the bottom of the, let's see, right here, where did I put it in? And I DCA'd. So I put one in at the wick down there, 27.50. And then on the Russell, I put one down just a quarter point or a half point above the doji down here. So it was like 84.8, I think. All right, we'll see what happens. So as you see at market, we went 91 down to 80. That's a 10-point loss. So at market, not a good call. Getting in at 27.50, I think, because of this line back here, 27, yeah, and the double tap. How far did we go down? We went down to 14. So technically at market, that's why I lost. Well, at market I got lost, but getting into it was a perfect for the DCA, as you'll see. Dollar cost averaging. So 31, we lose on that one with the 12-point stop. And then we get in on the limit order and at market, and we do 8 points on the S&P. So win, loss, loss, we'll total them up later. On my limit orders, it's win-win across the board because of my entries. Again, got in at 84. Had a limit order down at the bottom here, which we did not get into, right at 80, or it was like just a fuzz above 80, like 80.2. Did not get in. So got one contract, went for 10 points. Got in on the DCA. So let's see, 27, got in at 15 on the next one. And then took that for 35 points and just went, obviously, I think I took 7 and then 9 on this because it went 6.5. It went 7 on the first candle. You can see 70, 41.75, 34.50. So we took 7 right off the gate, right out the bat, and then went 9 because I had already lost this one and lost this one. So I wanted to protect and take some points. So overall, did really well. I'll show you the totals. Let's see how we did end of day on Thursday. So on the MES, we had the call here or here, and it did come up and touch the top of the channel, and it pulled back right to this spot. I thought it was going to pull back, maybe suck back below, or I guess I should have put this up on the top of this channel. I didn't have this drawn at the time. So anyway, very close. I mean, we came within 41, like 6 points, but it did hit where I was pointing. So that's what I was kind of curious about. Now I'm set for tomorrow and maybe the week. Pretty simple. I'm going to the extreme up on the 100% channel, or I'm going back to the 50. Keeping it simple. All right. So on the MNQ, I had basically picked just below the 89 period EMA. It did again come up, then it pulled back, and I thought we would get up to basically this break just above the S2 where this break was 13,350. But didn't hit either. So today, where are we going? I mean, we did hit the bottom one and then we pulled back. So let's see about today. So I like just above the 89 period EMA. If we might go all the way up to this spot and then pull back to the S1 and be beyond the 10 period and close under the 50. But we might pull back to kind of in between. So, but I like this. I like this spot. So we'll see how that ends up on Monday. So, and with the Russell, it was the same thing. We came up, we touched again the spot and pulled back just a little bit, ended right at the end of 89 period EMA. So where are we going to end up today? I'm pretty bullish on all these, going into the weekend, but we might have a pullback end of day, being right around the 50 and the 21 period above the 10. I like all that. I think once we get above this 10, we're going to start to run up. Could get all the way back to the pivot point today, which would be a nice run, but haven't had one like that in a while, since back about 3 weeks ago. So anyway, just thanks for being with us. Oh, we got to do the totals. All right, guys, to finish, we show market entries. Today we lost total of 9 points, but we only lost 18 currency units on the micro and 180 on the mini. We won one, our S&P, and we lost the other two. So, kind of ended the week on a sour note, but my limit orders got in for 8 points on the S&P, got 36 points on the NAS, and on the Russell, we only got into one contract. So it's 54 points, and the currency units are a little less for that 54 points, but you got to take what you do when you're going to DCA. So all in all, a really good, here was our week, kind of amazing, 142 points. 3 days, we were 3 for 3. 1 day, we were 2 for 3. 1 day, 1 for 3. Total currency units, 1,210 on the micro and 12,100 on the mini. So hopefully we can repeat that next week. Thanks for being with Futures to More, Futures Networks Live. Come and join us, become more profitable, and a more successful trader. Have a great weekend. Aloha Friday.